Hi, I'm Jeff from New York. Please like and subscribe.
Young Billionaire, Season 2, Episode 20, Bad Guys at the Bar Night. Ariel, Iris and the staff were sitting together, having a good time in the bar's relaxed atmosphere.
All right, I won't waste any more of your time talking. Let's go home to sleep.
Ariel said suddenly with a serious expression.
I've already made an agreement to sell this place to someone from the city. In a few days, he'll take over the bar.
Ariel said to everyone with a calm smile, but her news was so shocking that it caused a commotion among the staff.
Ariel, we won't let the new boss in.
One of them cried out.
Don't sell the Angel Bar. Don't.
Said another.
Right. If the new boss dares to come in, I'll beat him up and throw him out.
Said yet another. They had a mixture of sad and excited looks on their faces. Ariel and Iris had treated them well at the Angel Bar. Hearing that it had already been sold, they felt as if their home was gone. Jeff was also very shocked. He had thought about buying the bar before, but too many things had happened recently and he had forgotten about it. He didn't expect Ariel to move so quickly. She had already discussed it with someone else.
Stop screaming. Do you think Ariel is happy to sell the bar? She probably feels worse than you guys.
Iris told the agitated staff. Ariel had been discussing the sale of the bar with her, so she understood how hard it had been for her to make this decision. Iris was interrupted by Ariel. She could understand the feelings of her young staff.
I know that everyone is reluctant to part with the bar. I still remember when I interview each of you. I've been promised you on the night before the opening that I would give you all a promotion and a raise sometime after 3 years.
Ariel recalled the scenes from her past. Tears welled up in her eyes, and her voice became choked with sobs.
But I didn't fulfill my promise. It's my fault. I'm sorry, everyone.
Ariel bowed deeply to her young staff.
I don't blame you.
Said one.
Ariel, please don't be like this.
Said another.
Ariel, we love you.
Said another. All the youngsters crowded around to comfort her.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Ariel was very touched with tears in her eyes. She looked at the staff around her and said,
You guys should think about it for the next few days. If anyone wants to keep working here, tell Iris, and I'll try talking to the new boss.
Ariel had found a way out for her staff. It could be said that she had done her best.
Yo, I've heard that Angel Bar isn't bad. Hey, looks pretty good.
A young man said with a chuckle as a few people walked in from outside. Although he was wearing a baseball cap, a scar that ran from his forehead to the corner of his eye was still visible. Next to him were four cynical-looking men that looked like him with crooked smiles on their faces. Ariel was obviously a bit fearful when she saw the young man, and her gaze even showed traces of hatred. Jeff was also surprised as he recognized the group of men. He remembered that day when they had blocked his path on the street, and he had driven toward them, forcing them to scatter and knocking some of them down. It was that day that he had mysteriously helped Elisa Cortez. Looking carefully at the young man with the baseball cap, Jeff guessed that he was Jasper Cruz, who had been pestering Elisa. At Noah Cortez's birthday party, Noah had mentioned that Jasper had been looking for revenge. Jeff couldn't help but hide in the crowd, but his eyes were still fixed on Jasper, observing his every move.
I'm sorry, we've closed for the night. Please come back tomorrow.
A supervisor politely said with a smile as he walked over to Jasper and the others.
Hey, the customer's already come in, so I chase him out. I think you need to stop working here. You obviously haven't got enough brains for the job.
Jasper barely looked at the supervisor. Instead, he and a few of his lackeys sat down with a grunt. Jasper glanced at the supervisor in disdain and then turned his gaze to Ariel. When Jasper and the others sat down, the staff realized that someone had been standing behind them. This person looked extremely thin and weak and had been hidden by Jasper's group. What was even more surprising was that he wore a white mask on his face, making him look like a mannequin.
You.
The supervisor had some status in the bar, so he was quite miffed after being scolded by Jasper in front of so many people.
Mark, shut up.
Ariel shouted.
Ariel, it's fine. If you don't entertain such a person, I'll kick him out right now.
Mark said to Ariel in embarrassment and anger. As Mark turned toward Ariel and spoke, Jasper struck him on the back of the head. When he was about to turn around and retaliate, Jasper grabbed him by the hair and kicked him right in the stomach, causing him to fall to the ground. He felt as if his insides were about to explode. All of this happened in an instant. When the people in the bar saw that Mark was being beaten up by Jasper, they all stood up abruptly and rushed over to save him. The 4 lackeys on Jasper's side stood up as well. They squared their jaws, acting like thugs as they pointed at crowd, scaring them.
Sit down,
Shouted one lackey.
Let's see who dares to move.
Shouted another. Only the little masked man was standing firmly behind Jasper. These people had strange hairstyles, gold chains, silver rings, and a ferocious look on their faces, causing the young men to lose some of their courage.
Sit down.
Ariel said with a frown to her staff in a low voice. Everyone was still unwilling to accept it, but they finally sat down after she said it again. They cast their resentful gazes toward Jasper and the others. Ariel took a deep breath and turned to Jasper.
Jasper, please let him go.
Ariel was very reluctant to talk to him as she didn't even know him. A few days ago, he introduced himself to her and invited her out to dinner. He also invited her to a movie. How could Ariel not see his intentions? However, Jasper still followed her around. She understood that he was also from a wealthy and powerful family, so she was helpless to do anything.
Release him. He just wanted to attack me. How can I, Jasper, lose face in front of my friends?
Jasper said in amusement. His foot ground down on Mark's face twice. Mark let out cries of pain. The young men in the bar shuddered slightly, feeling extremely anxious. Ariel's frown deepened as she tried to think of a way to save the supervisor.
What do you want to do?
Ariel stared at Jasper and asked. She was very nervous. It seemed that Jasper had come with ulterior motives that day.
Haha.
He casually took out his nail clippers and said lightly,
It's very simple. I came to the bar for a drink. As long as I can have my drink, I'll leave. As for this thing under my feet, it's not even worth a dime as I see it.
Jasper rolled Mark's head under his foot, as though it were a watermelon.
Bring them a drink.
Ariel said to the staff at the bar. The waiters glared at Jasper and his companions and were about to go to the bar to serve the drinks.
Wait a minute, Ariel. My friends and I are here to cheer you on. But we won't be able to enjoy ourselves if a few pretty boys serve us drinks. It's not like you don't have any girls in here. So let the pretty girls serve the drinks. Then, your guests will be better entertained.
Jasper looked at his fingernails under the light. Everyone, including Ariel, let out a dissatisfied sigh. However, if they wanted to send this evil guy away, they could only do as he wanted.
Girls, come with me to get some drinks to entertain our guest.
Ariel ordered for girls to go to the bar. Each of them held a glass as they walked toward Jasper and the others. Seeing Ariel and the 4 girls walk toward them, an evil glint appeared in Jasper's eyes.
Scram!
Jasper kicked Mark's head away.
Jasper, please.
Ariel presented him with a drink. Watching him staring at her, she was both nervous and disgusted. She just wanted him to leave quickly.
Fine, I'll drink. How can I dare let Ariel down?
His gaze never left her face as his hand slowly reached out toward the glass. The moment he was about to grab it, he grabbed her hand instead. She shook violently, causing the glass to fall and shatter on the ground. While he tightly grasped her hand, Jasper's 4 lackeys also grabbed the girls who were passing them drinks. The girls screamed out in shock at the same time.
Let me go. What are you doing? Ah!
Ariel screamed in terror. She felt her balance slip as she fell into someone's arms.
What am I doing? What can I do?
He looked down at Ariel's beautiful face. He was already unable to endure his feelings for her. With her body leaning against him, he could feel her curves. Jasper, act like a man who had seen a woman for the first time.